Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Welcome. While I'm digging in my pocket.
Download and delete episode 14. Here we go. I am Ty Montier, innovator and creative, all things I put my mind to.
Found it. I'm Shana Lucas. Glad to have y'all back.
Yes.
Myself together. Dang.
How y'all been? Hope everything has been well out there.
Yes.
How you been, Shana?
Good. Cold.
I know it's like -5 degrees outside, right?
But it's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like a wildling.
Wow, like a wildling.
I got my bear on today.
Did you enjoy the snow? I know last time we were saying the snow was therapeutic. This time it was not so.
Well, it was one of those times that it was a little much, but it's fine. We got through it. It was like short, it didn't keep on pounding us. It was like,
if you go through my alley, you will not say the same. It looks like fucking caveman.
Glacier.
Oh my God. It's like Alaska back there. It's like igloos. And it's real ghetto. Snow is so ghetto to me.
Yeah, especially when it gets all slushy and brown.
Yeah.
Okay, though. We'll make it through. We'll be stronger for it. Right?
We will. We will get through. We'll get through it. Just don't give in. Oh, you just let me sing my song.
Yeah. I was going to just let you go ahead.
I'm okay.
Do you want to you feel motivated? Do you want to go first with motivation moment?
Yeah, let me motivate something or somebody. I have been actually, and you know this, I've been getting the boxes, the charcuterie boxes, the 38 charcuterie boxes. And when I tell you those are so good and yummy, I cannot get enough. And I got one yesterday and it is almost gone. And that's all my fat ass is sitting up here thinking about is eating that charcuterie box. My grapes, my cheeses, and my turkeys. And I like the fact that she customizes her boxes, for her clients. So shout out to 38 Charcuterie, just a business this lady Robin started when she turned 38. And it's really interesting and I think really creative that she does that. So shout out to her. I want to motivate her and motivate anybody to go get one of those boxes.
Yeah, I saw some really good pictures that you had of the box, and then you and I had one together. That wasn't the same one, was it?
Yep, that was the same one.
Oh, yes.
Her pictures are on Instagram if you want to see. Mm-hmm. Follow her. Yes, 38 Charcuterie.
Yes, it was so delicious. Yeah, so creative too. Like so many little things to choose from. That's what makes it exciting when you have a lot of variety. Not just cheese and crackers. And
it's like nuts, fruit.
Yeah, little chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah, she had the chocolate covered pretzel. She had me try the salmon I'd never tried. What was it called? The smoked salmon?
The lox.
Lox, that's what it was called. I was like, I got lox, but I ain't never tried no lox before. So I only lox my Negro self knows. Oh, and the rap group, the lox.
You're funny. Yeah, they were. The
Lox was the shit, right? Wasn't it with the bald head boy, the bald head man?
Yeah,
Jada Kiss and the
Yeah.
Okay, you know more than me.
That's right.
I didn't listen to hip hop those days. Those are the days that I was into church music.
Oh.
Charlotte, what's your motivational moment? Who you motivating? What you got to motivate?
Well, so I was thinking about how it's Black History Month. Okay, and I know we're all tired of, we're weary of all the things sometimes we talk about when it comes to, Black History Month, and sometimes it could be a little much. Maybe, I don't know.
I think because we are Black, we don't want to have to go through living Black and going through Black stuff on Black History Month, being Black on Black on Black. And I think this year with Black Lives Matter, it's like we've been Black History Month and all year.
Yeah,
but I think it's important. Why shouldn't we though?
Well, and I've heard this talk of people saying that they're weary of hearing about Black trauma and slavery all the time, and I don't know. I think, if we tell these stories correct, maybe we don't need to be weary of it.
Okay.
And so last night we were having a conversation about the did you hear about the teachers in Madison that made that lesson? And they developed a lesson about punishing slaves in ancient Mesopotamia and it was like the first day of Black History Month, and a Black mother complained.
Oh.
And so it's just
don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, and that's just a part of the discussions I think that we have about, what's appropriate and what we need to, what kind of narratives we put out there, especially as educators. So I'm thinking about that and, wanting us to be motivated by other narratives of the Black American experience. And so I'm thinking locally, in particular, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So I found 3 things that I think are some counter narratives to what we always talk about that is a part of the Black American experience, and in particular in Wisconsin, that you might not know about.
Do tell.
So, we have these like little known Black history facts. So I hope that you all learn something about Wisconsin, maybe that you didn't know. And it's kind of in line with like what we do for Black History Month, right? When we try to give all these little known facts.
Yeah,
about,
I think I went to Black schools all my life.
So they do all that.
Yeah.
So, did you know that somebody invented this thing? Yeah. Okay. Well, so one of the first things I want to talk about is, did you know that there is a wealthy Black established town outside of Lake Geneva?
No.
It's called Lake Ivanhoe.
Okay.
And it's 5 miles east of Lake Geneva. And it was founded by 3 prominent Black Chicago community leaders.
Okay.
So they established it as a go-to destination. They wanted to be there and kick it in the weekend because Lake Geneva is really beautiful. If you've ever been there,
Yeah, we went to Lake Geneva for PA, right?
Yeah, we did.
You said Lake Ivanhoe?
It's called
Please
Lake
look
Ivanhoe.
it up. I want to see it. Can we rent like a cabin and go? Let's go, friend.
So I know. So there are lots of African American families who are still like descendants of the people who founded the town are still in Lake Ivanhoe today.
Okay, I want to go.
And their children go to the Lake Geneva School District. They live there. They have inhabited the land for years. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
So they're there.
This is an interesting Negro spiritual story. I'm interested in this.
Okay. So let me peek your in just a little. I don't know if these other facts are that.
Stop tickling me, girl. Tell me more.
I gotta say because it says Lake Ivanhoe, an African American landmark.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna have to take my Black. I'm 40 years old. I never heard about that.
Yeah, we need to go and see this.
Wow.
So I know it was interesting. I met someone like the other night who was who lived there, and I was like, I don't believe this, So, but
I mean, it's not that far from here.
Yeah, it's not that far.
It's like 2 hours.
No, it's not even. It's probably an hour.
Yeah,
it's Kenosha. It's around there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we should go.
I think
they have
so
like
too.
A cabin or something.
They're doing some little ice carving festival right now too, so it might
I don't
be good
think
to go
any
there.
Black people will be at that ice carving festival. I'm sorry.
Come on, remember, I'd definitely go up to the ice carving festival.
No Black.
Some Black people like the cold.
No Black people that I know. But would you want to travel through Lake Geneva at this time? I don't know.
Geneva is gorgeous.
Lake Geneva is gorgeous, but are the police in Lake Geneva gorgeous? Gorgeous for your Black ass?
Oh, you were talking about, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had to say Black ass because.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing I want to talk about to motivate is the second thing in Wisconsin that you might not know about. You might know about it. So let me ask you something first, though. What kind of field trips did you go on in high school, middle school, elementary school?
We went on the black stuff, like the Black cultural stuff, to the Black Holocaust Museum.
Okay.
We went to like the feeding place. I went so many places here. Like the zoo when you feed the animals, the feeding zoo. Is that what it's called?
It's like a petting zoo or something like that.
Okay. We went there. No, she said middle school too.
Well, like
Mesmer probably did take us there.
Yeah.
Where did we go? I don't recall.
So, like maybe the zoo for sure.
The zoo, yeah.
We would go to like Schlitz Audubon Nature Center, or Haven Woods, right? Or did you ever go to the farm?
I planted a tree in Haven Woods. Did you plant a tree? I don't remember where it's at, but I planted a tree there.
I don't know. And we would they would take us out to. Did you ever go to Old Road, Wisconsin? So the Old World, Wisconsin is like you go out there and it's plenty of people dressed like.
No, we never did like
Little
the
House on the
Renaissance thing.
No, like Little House.
That's Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, they do.
Really
like they got bonnets
there,
on, and they got like they're like chopping wheat and like milling it into bread and like
was it like a
butter? You get to churn butter. You get to milk.
Could you stay there?
I think they went home at night. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, so it was like
I
the
don't
first
remember that.
schoolhouse in Wisconsin ever.
Okay.
So you go out there and they like have the schoolhouse where you can sit at the wooden desk and pretend like you care and all that. But it was boring. But so that's kind of stuff we did. But so I was thinking of that because did you know that there are landmarks in Wisconsin that are underground railroad networks?
I did not know that. I think you know what? I did know that because we went on like the black historical tour where we went around like off North Avenue where all those like the Usher building you see when you drive down North Avenue. That's like a historical building. Like they can't change any of those monuments over there.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I did hear about that.
Okay,
but
so
where was the Underground Railroad?
So there aren't
and it wasn't an actual railroad.
So it wasn't a railroad. No, it was just like
It was a come down here.
Well, right. So there's this place in Milton, Wisconsin, near Janesville. It's the only verified place underground railroad passage. So it's like a rooming house. It was a boarding house, but then there was like a cellar, a root cellar looking thing away from the actual inn. And the slaves would come in through a trap door, or the escaped captives would come through the door, this trap door, and then they would be in this like little root cellar place, and the inn would take care of them through the night. Because a lot of people came through Wisconsin to get to Canada, so we have a few places, but this place in Milton's the only verified. So like the National Society or whoever, the National Network to Freedom, they can verify that these places were stops. There's like documented, they
got a marker outside.
Yeah, like a marker, right? But then there are other places in Wisconsin too where
so spooky to me.
Yeah, I wonder what it would be like. They've changed it now because before the tunnels were like 3 feet high.
Have you ever visited a plantation site before?
I grew up in Mississippi, so I probably lived on a plantation before.
So it's kind of like our version of that history. Yeah.
You see the way the trees fall when you're entering the.
Oh.
It's very much like it's an out of body experience for most people.
Have you guys ever read the book Kindred?
By Octavia Butler?
I think it might be. I don't know where the lady falls off the bookshelf and hit her head and she goes back in time and she's a slave. Yeah, that's what it's by.
Yes.
That book was so good. I read that in middle school. And ever since that book, like when I think about slavery time, I think about that book and
because she didn't know she was like a modern black person, and then she ended up like
that book was so good.
Yeah, very good.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was. But I'm thinking of all this because I'm wondering why, like as a middle schooler or a high schooler, why didn't we ever go and see those places? Like that's a part of our history, and it's right there.
They were too far away.
Well, there's the other one is in Racine. There's
I don't know
church.
why in high school we didn't though.
Yeah, so Racine isn't that far, and then Old World, Wisconsin is like a nice little piece. It's like an hour bus trip. I
really want to go to these places as an adult.
So that is the second place that I want to acknowledge that you might not have known about. The third thing I want to acknowledge is they're the first and only Black-owned brewery was in Wisconsin in the 1970s.
What was it called?
It was called People's Brewery.
For the peoples.
For the peoples. So a former Pabst Brewery employee, this guy Theodore Mack, he founded People's Brewery in Oshkosh. He wanted to buy Blatz, but they wouldn't sell it to him. He ended up establishing an office here in Milwaukee on Wright Street, employed all Black people in, positions of power. They were running it, and he sold the shares here for $5 a piece to the Black community. So they owned stock in this Black company. So they sold about 1,000 shares. I mean, 1,000 people were shareholders, but they sold 65,000 shares. So those are the three little known Black history facts.
What happened to that brewery?
It ended up going. It ended up going under. Ended up going bankrupt. But
damn.
But so I got something to share with y'all because you all both are like my trusted drinking buddies sometimes.
Okay.
Confidants and all that.
Of the old stuff.
Yeah.
I hope it's not that beer from that long ago.
So I have something even better. So this is.
She's pulling something out of her purse.
So this is before I've even tried this. This is the first IPA I've ever made.
Oh yeah, your bottle that you
This
brewed.
is called Dream Day IPA, and I want to taste it with you too. It's the first time.
Oh, I was wondering why you had a can opener here.
Yes, I was digging in my pocket for my bottle, so I haven't even tried this yet, but I'm gonna have some with you too.
Okay, should I take this as a shot then? Because this is bourbon.
Oh, you got more cups over there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch. Go grab us another cup, guest, who we're going to introduce in a minute.
Yeah,
so we can drink these.
I'm going to pop this bottle here.
I just think kombucha when I look at beer, homemade.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to be, honestly. I haven't tried it yet.
Tone's going to try it too. He's a drinker.
Okay. Oh, that's a good sound right there.
She got a fizz.
Should I open too?
So shout out to her entrepreneurship for coming out with her own liqueur.
Well, yeah, I mean, this was in the spirit of Black breweries, and we bottled this on King Day, so we called it Dream Day IPA. So y'all are going to be the first to try it with me.
Okay, is it cold?
Yeah,
is it chilled?
Oh, it's got a nice color. Look at that.
Oh,
I don't know. You don't like beer though. So.
I don't.
So I gave you too much.
No, you gave me just enough. It's probably gonna have me sitting pretty.
It's a good color.
I'll drink that. Let me try it for you guys. It's foamy. That's all I know about beer. The last beer I drank was a Corona.
Look at that color.
And I don't think I'll drink another one of those.
Yeah.
Cheers. What's it called? IP what?
Dream Day IPA.
Dream Day IPA. That'll be dope.
I love that. All right, cheers. Y'all.
Hey, cheers. Let's taste this beer. It's not bad at all. And I don't even like burr.
Yeah, good. All
it's
right.
all settled. Don't have me drinking burr. I can't drink beer.
You like it?
I know, right?
Yes.
This is good.
Good.
Okay, that's a
All
good
right.
beer.
Hey, now.
I like that. Hey, good job, friend. You can bottle that up.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, look for Dream Day IPA on the shows.
Yes. Let's give it up for Dream Day motivation moments. Yes.
So I'm not really surprised that you know how to make a fucking beer like that.
While you're talking, Shana, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest that is here before we get into our download?
Yeah, so y'all hear him in the background a little bit. My friend, and I'll let him talk about himself because I don't really need to say anything.
He is not shy.
He is not shy.
Do a little intro.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'll do it. You need no introduction. You need no introduction, but I will say, we were talking about, how we wanted to, what kind of theme we wanted to go on with this, but I think he's much bigger than some box I would try to put him in as, a teacher or a traveler or a creative or any of those things I would try to describe him as. He's all of those things and so much more. And he's here despite the fact that the Super Bowl is on right now. So that means he must really love me. So I want to introduce Darnell Hamilton to Download and Delete Podcast.
He didn't want to use his government. He wants to use his alias.
Darnell Alexander Hamilton.
All right.
Oh, is it Alexander?
It's okay that football's on. It's being recorded. Mm-hmm. We got a black quarterback.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, we got a black quarterback. Yes, indeed.
Who is playing in this Super Bowl you guys are talking about?
And Brady, Chiefs and the Buccaneers.
Okay.
I had to think about it because I want to say Patriots so bad.
I don't know. I just thought it was the Packers. I don't know.
Oh, we thought it.
No, the Packers played like shit last week.
Oh, the Buccaneers gave it to them.
No, the Packers was like not even playing last week. Not that I know that much about football, but was that last week? No, the week before last.
2 weeks ago.
Week before
2 weeks
last.
ago. Yeah. They were playing like shit. They was just like, okay, we don't want to play no more. It's cold out here. Let's just go home. We don't want to catch Corona.
That's when we play well, is in the cold.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
It was your coach now, and Rodgers come in and make a play.
That's what I kept hearing, that it was the coach. So don't blame the team because I'm like, it was the coach. I don't know nothing about football.
They didn't fire him, did they?
They should. Should we pay our taxes for that? He don't get fired for that. I don't know nothing about football. I don't know. I just know your husband is married to a footballer. Did they win?
Yes, but
did they win? I'm sorry, Darnell.
No, you are just fine. As Shana said, my name is Darnell. I'm a high school teacher here in Milwaukee. Traveler of the world, either with my kids or without. And when I say kids, I mean students, because I don't got no kids.
I was gonna say
I don't got no kids.
You was doing doing the butts.
Hey, but you know, I call them my kids. So that's about all. Yeah, just been in Milwaukee for going on 9 years.
Where are you from originally?
The west side of Chicago.
Ooh, I think I got shot on the south side of Chicago. So I don't go on the south side.
Oh, see?
Yeah, that's the rough side.
I know,
No,
girl.
It's a couple rough sides.
The west side rough too.
See,
there are rough sides of all towns, but I cannot believe that I got shot in Chicago. What a story to tell. I'll tell it next time on Download and Delete, so make sure you enjoy
you
it.
didn't mention this being
download
shot.
tonight? Jesus Christ. I need to know.
Oh, that was such a long time ago. That was when I was 22, I think, 2002. We had went skating in Chicago. We had went, what club is that called? It's on the south side. Jeffrey's Pub. Yep. See, we thought about it at the same time. We had went to so many different clubs, and the last one was Jeffrey's Pub. I'll never forget. We're leaving the club, and my friends are walking beside me. My friends are in front of me, and it's like a glass window here. So I didn't know that they were shooting until like the glass window broke. And my friend, we look at each other, and we're like, what? And when I look over to my right, I see a guy standing like on a red Grand Am, I'll never forget, and a girl sitting in the passenger side just looking stupid, sitting there, and he's on top of the car just shooting at us. And like I'm looking back at him shooting at us, and we just running. And so my friends take off and go down the curb, because you know about Jeffrey's Pub, it's like on the south side of all those project homes. So I did not know I was in the ghetto. I thought I was in a nice neighborhood. And I was like, oh, these houses look so nice over here. Look like the Cosby Show. But anyway.
You said Grand Dam, though, so that should have told
you. Right. Anyway, so my friend is running behind me, and I'm like, I don't want to say his name because I don't want him to know. But anyway, and I was like, he was like, I got shot, and he was holding his head. So I was like, oh my God, he got shot in his head. And when I turned around, my pants, I felt like the blood like running down my leg. And then I was like, I got shot too, but I didn't feel anything. So, you know, when you get shot, when I got shot, I was like, I don't feel anything. Maybe my leg is about to come off. Maybe it's numb. So my first instinct was overreact. So me being the calmest person, you know, I over fucking reacted, and my friend threw us in his truck. We went to the hospital. He got shot in his left leg. I got shot in my right leg. It was a through and through. And I also got shot in my shoes too, my heel, the heel of my, they were Gucci shoes. I had just got them for my birthday, and I got shot in the heel of those. So yeah.
You still have those shoes?
No, I threw those away along with the pants and everything. I was going to keep that for like a memento, but I was like, I don't want to remember this. So I was only like on crutches for like 2 weeks. I survived, but I still have the mark.
It would have been a lot worse.
When it rains, I still feel it in my leg. So yeah. That's why, you know, Jeffrey's Pub will never be attended by me again. I know some friends who've been afterwards. I don't have a problem with it.
Totally different Jeffrey's Pub.
Everybody has a total different Jeffrey's. I had a great time at Jeffrey's Pub. It's not their fault. I don't think anybody's at Jeffrey's Pub shot me, because we had a wonderful time. It's just leaving the club. I don't think it was the safest, and they weren't shooting just at me. They were shooting at us. So it was a hate crime, but that was like, I think that was the first hate crime that I have ever experienced. And it's so it was so traumatic at the time that it didn't register to me how traumatic it was for this person to be shooting at us, that we could be dead, like dead. We could have been dead. Like, yeah. So that was my South Side of Chicago story. Darnell, welcome to the show. that was my download. Because I ain't gonna say nothing else. That was my download.
Okay. Well,
I'm born and raised.
I had to get that off my chest.
I'm all right. I'm good. This is my city.
Yeah, that is your city.
Because it is beautiful. It's a beautiful city, and it's like you can get lost and have a good time. And when I say lost, like do different activities, and it's always something to do in the city. But I just think it's really unsafe.
Yeah, well, you know, we're getting unsafe too here.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was about to say, because
Unsafe
let's keep it real.
Yeah, let's keep it real. But
it's equivalent.
But hold on, it's the people from Chicago that come to Milwaukee that actually get it cracking.
I
ain't gonna say that.
In the classroom, I do.
Well, I'm not gonna say it like that, but I have known situations where people have worked with the police, and the police have said that people from Chicago come to Milwaukee and they do crimes and they go back to Chicago. So that's how we can have like a high crime rate, because like the shootings and stuff that take place don't take place from residents in Milwaukee. They take place from people that live in Chicago or, Indiana.
I need to see the Carfax. I need to see the Carfax.
You will see it.
Show me the Carfax. You got a folder?
You will see it. That's what I was told.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's some things that we don't have here. We were just talking about the camera lights.
Y'all motherfuckers need those.
Like
Is
cameras
swearing on this
whatever.
podcast?
We got those. Yes. Okay. Say whatever you want to.
We have a parental advisory sticker every time I explicit. Do they still do that?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay.
Because the driving by people, you don't think they're gonna run a red light. You just don't know.
They play. It's Tokyo Drift out there now. These kids do not care. I'm like, I have never seen anybody drive so recklessly. They swerve, verve, and everything.
Yeah, well, in Chicago, you can't get away with that because they'll give you a ticket for not pausing long
Damn,
enough.
motherfuckers, they scared the police in Chicago.
I mean, they scared you. I guess it's a privilege to drive in Chicago.
You can park anywhere you want to park in Chicago, on any side of the street. Have you seen parking in Chicago?
Yeah, but they got them
What
boots.
are you talking
They got
about?
them good boots in Chicago.
Oh, they do have those good boots.
Yeah,
They have those good boots.
I got one of them good boots.
I remember we went out one time.
Came out, got booted.
We went to the prop house. You've been to the prop house before. And the clubs didn't close till late. Came out. And imagine you from Milwaukee in Chicago. I know. The prop house days. Who and the generator. To put you back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sad thing is, I didn't get to go to those clubs.
Come close to the mic, sir.
Points.
You know what?
I didn't get to. Oh, sorry.
You okay?
I didn't get to go to those in their prime points.
Oh, you didn't?
Because I'm only 36.
Oh, 4 years younger.
It's a big difference.
It does. Yes, that's what I was going to say. It makes up because clubs close 2 years, so you don't have that experience. But when I tell you that was an experience,
yeah.
Just like I was underage going to Chicago, and you just see like a whole bunch of people, boys, girls, everybody just outside the club. First of all, walking around, talking, mingling, and then the club is super packed in the inside, and it's cracking. Those were the days. Those were the fucking days.
Those days are not coming back anytime soon.
I don't think we'll ever have those days.
You know what though? Those days exist.
Huh?
When they probably let us back outside, you might get that.
But who would want to have that after this?
People are going to want to get out.
Except unless you live in Atlanta. Because Atlanta ain't closed down. They got lines wrapped around the building.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Yeah. Don't care. Super spreader events.
Even though I saw Savoy cracking last night, I drove past.
Who, where?
Savoy.
It probably was. Them old people don't care. They got their ARP cards.
Savoy be open. Savoy be open.
Yeah.
Savoy be open.
I need to stop because I'm Savoy's age now.
Get you some good wings.
I don't be understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to keep it cracking. That's okay. I feel them.
My friends got kids that's 21, and that make me feel so old. Like,
they not quite 21, but
she's not there.
I know.
She's not
there.
What? I remember when she was a little girl. That's just like, all right, let's go ahead.
He done.
Let me
Come on, Shana, get that off your mind.
Okay, because I guess you're not going.
I feel my download. I got shot, girl.
You want a little bit more of this?
I do.
Okay. So I want to take the opportunity. I'm pouring these drinks. Hold on, y'all.
And you know it's bourbon, y'all.
You want some more too?
It's like a bourbon sour, huh?
Yeah. It was like orange and lemon.
I was telling her that like a little leaf in it.
Yeah.
To it as well.
Look at you.
Sound like a shaker. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that we have a election coming up. I told y'all we're going to talk about this. I'll keep it light.
Because I need to know about it. I don't know shit about no election since Kamala done won.
Well, hopefully.
I don't know shit about no election since Kamala done
No,
won.
for real though. That's why I wanted to talk about it because, education is in a very precarious state right now.
Oh yeah.
And these elections, the current elections coming up will reflect this because it's a school board and state superintendent of public instruction election. So the primary is February 16th, and then the general election is April 6th. Yep. So when you go to
voting information,
when you go to the primary, what you'll see on your ballot is the race for state superintendent of public instruction.
Yes.
And usually at this time,
who are you going for?
I don't know yet.
Sheila Briggs, Joe Fenrick,
Joe Fenrick, Sheila Briggs, Troy Gunderson, Shando Lyon, Sean
That's like that commercial when that girl said, I didn't get the job because they didn't know my name. Sorry, Chandalo Hicks Williams.
She got a lot of names. Sean Hendricks Williams. And then Steve Kroll, Deborah Kerr, Jill Underly, and that's it, I believe. Yes. But that's a lot of candidates. That's a lot of folks.
I want to see this.
Who? Deborah Kerr.
Yeah, she was a superintendent at Brown Deer. Shanda Lyon.
We're sorry, Miss Hicks Williams.
But surprise, she's the only non-white candidate.
Miss Hicks Williams.
Lyon.
We're going to highlight her name because that's who we shall be voting. No, I'm not going to say that.
But that's how people vote, though.
That is how people vote.
Real
and we
talk.
really need to get away from that because people can have ill intentions and have, and have, not even have our best interest at heart and we just go vote for them because of their race. I think, go ahead, Shana. I don't want to intrude on your down low.
No, this is good. I just wanted to open up a
because
discussion.
I just feel like at this point in time, everything is about race. And I think... I just watched the show the other day, and this white lady was crying because she was sitting around a group of black women and they were just talking about their experience, and she just walked out and she was like, white people, we don't sit around and talk about black people like that. We don't do that. And they were like, well, we don't sit around and talk about white people all the time, but we were just speaking about our experiences as black women or black people that, we go through. And I could understand how the white lady could feel because in certain situations, I'm the only minority. So I feel how she could feel like, we don't do that. We don't, not all white people are racist, but she didn't understand that all black people have an experience. But it's just like, I just really want to get away from like stuff being racial because, and I said this to my friend, and I keep saying this all the time, I don't think when we go to heaven, God's going to have black people over here, white people over here, Asians up front, Puerto Ricans in the back. We want the South Asians downstairs. I don't think it's going to be like that. And a soul doesn't have a color.
Well, that's true. I think a lot of people, non-black folk, are wanting to know more. They really want to change the way they interact
or
with
think
people.
About things.
Yeah, we have a long way to go with it. We do. And I know, like,
but can they ever understand or feel the way we feel? Because they will never be able to sympathize, right? They can empathize, or is it vice versa?
They can empathize.
They can empathize. They will never be able to sympathize.
Well, but I do want to encourage people to keep going because. And I heard something very valuable over the weekend. A very intelligent, highly intelligent, wise black woman said that when she's asked to have these conversations with people, white people in particular, she says to them first, first I want you're going to hear some things you don't want to hear. And I want you to be open to that, because she, instead of being exhausted and just tuning out and saying, no, I refuse, she prefaces her whatever she has to say by saying, you might not like what I have to say. So
it all depends. But they still getting their discomfort feelings about it. Even saying that, like even when you preface it that way, you still have to,
because you're saying something that's hurtful. I mean, because they're not sitting up there thinking about them doing it themselves. They're thinking about their ancestors, and those are beliefs that they probably believe in now. So it's like, it could be hurtful. Because even sometimes for me, it's like, oh, goodness. Gracious, like I can't even watch Roots, like that show Underground. I can't even watch it.
Oh,
I know.
Only because like the black dude in there is going against the other black people that's trying. I just can't get with it. Like, my God.
But then let's tap into that because that shit is real too. So we want to talk about black people against black people and all this
black
idea
on black crime.
Well, I wouldn't say that term, but I would say a lot of things with colorism.
Oh yeah,
true. So we talk about things like that.
Oh yeah.
It kills me how we're okay with saying we should probably not let the white people feel so uncomfortable about a conversation. No, God damn it, we should let them feel as uncomfortable as I have felt in situations on a daily basis that I have to think about a little smidgen of I'm different in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
They don't got to think about that. Right. I have to.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But are we going to continue to be angry black people about stuff? And now that I have a problem with it, I just want to ask these questions like, are we going to continue to be angry black people all the time? When are we ever just going to say, I just want to live my life and you do you, friend, neighbor, whatever you do, respect me and I'll respect you? When can we ever get to that point where we can take the anger away as black people? Because I think, and like I said, the black on black crime, like when we were speaking about me getting shot, I didn't get shot by a white man in Chicago. I got shot by a black person. when you think about stuff all the time, like when stuff happens, it's probably by somebody of your own race. But then I have to boil down to like, why is that the case? Because we were so marginalized, we wouldn't have the same, experiences or the same access to privilege that other people had. So all we had to do was rely on violence.
Yeah.
To get stuff out, or we didn't have we had single parent homes. We didn't have father figures. Most people, most people in our community.
I mean, cause I come from a single parent household.
Me too. Right. I love my single parent household. My mama did her job. Absolutely. She did her damn job. But I'm just saying, like, primarily, Black people are raised in single family homes. Mm-hmm. So there is a divide in a single family home, because I think, and this is just speaking for myself personally, I think if my father would have been in my life, if I would have had like a strong father figure, I think I probably would have graduated from college, because my mother I was such a mama's boy, and it was like, whatever you want to do, son, I'm gonna support you. And I think she had that mentality, and she was trying to teach me like how to grow up. She was teaching me then how I feel now, that I didn't want to feel this way, but she had a different way. She wasn't hard about it. And I think if I had a father in my life, I think he probably would have been a little bit more hard on me, like, no, you staying in school, you're not going to leave a semester, you're going to go, and I don't want to hear nothing else about it. And I think that kind of would have been like the push I needed, because, and I was just watching something yesterday, like, and they were saying like how Serena Williams, Michael Jordan, people like that had their fathers in their lives. Like, we could be great if we had our fathers in our lives, maybe Black people.
Well, that, and so one of the narratives about one of the narratives about Black life is that, we don't have our fathers, and that there is some truth to that. There's some of that happens, and maybe things are changing. And so I think that, to answer your question, there are people who are pushing for like counter narratives to Black life, and that it's not all trauma and violence and unhappiness all the time. There are people who are trying to push that forward, especially like in the education field. There, there's some folks doing that, and I'd love to talk about who those folks are, because I've been really looking at who is doing it, because it's very uplifting and inspiring to hear.
Your download has started a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll finish it. Okay.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Okay. So we got those. I listed the candidates for state superintendent, and that. So the thing about the state superintendent position is that only a handful of states elect a person like that, a state superintendent. Wisconsin is the only one that doesn't have a state school board that elects a state superintendent, elected by the people state superintendent, and they have some powers. So Tony Evers was our state superintendent before. He's now our governor. He was during during his time. The thing about during his time as state superintendent, he brought us into the whole Common Core fold, and some folks will never forgive him for that. But he made that decision on his own. He didn't have to ask anyone, and very few states have to have where there's one person that has the power to make those decisions. Usually it's something that goes through a board, but he was able to do it because of the power of the state superintendent position in Wisconsin.
Oh no, you're good. I'm sorry, I'm 6'4". I'm sorry.
So y'all kicking, y'all playing footsie?
Definitely not.
No.
Just playing, dang.
I know.
Okay.
You can't say that with gay people. We get real offended. Like, we ain't having it. We all having each other, honey.
Okay.
It was an accident.
The reaction was just like, okay, never mind. Anyway.
You don't understand our struggle. No, I'm joking.
Sorry. I'm going to say something, but I'm not going to.
Girl, say it. This is download and delete. This is our shit. You say it,
isn't it?
Yes.
I'm getting warm now.
You got a low BPM all of a sudden?
What you got to say?
Nothing. I'm just playing.
Oh, no. I want to see what you had to say.
I was say something about myself. Actually. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You were like, y'all can play footsie with me? Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I was going. I would love to play footsie.
Girl, maybe Darnell would enjoy that, but I don't.
Footsie feels good. It's nice.
Darnell, I asked Shana, I said, have you and Darnell ever did anything before?
You answered that for real?
I did.
What you said?
I said no. I said no. I said no. That's what I said.
Oh,
okay.
She did tell me about the kiss, though.
No. He played too much.
My mouth went this way.
She told me about the kiss. No, I'm joking.
He played too much. Okay.
We had many a drunken J-Mac night, though.
Oh, we sure did. Ooh, we worked together back in the day. We didn't get into that, but whatever. Ooh, them tacos at McBob's. Woo.
Big Bob's.
Mac Bob's, like McDonald's.
Burrito ass tacos. This big ass. Why is a taco so? Why you call it a taco? This clearly is a burrito. Sir.
It is
Clearly is
a burrito.
It is a quesadilla. Okay. So anyway, all right. So anyway, the whoever comes out, blah 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 blah, they're gonna be on the April 6th ballot. All right. So really, what I'm more interested in is this spring general. Okay, April 6th. Now, this is the fascinating thing about this election. All right, 4 out of the 8 districts have open seats. Okay, so like that's 50% turnover, y'all. Like the school board has turned over half of its board members. Half of the seats of the school board are open right now.
That's dope. So now it's time to get in.
I don't know if we've seen this before.
I think now it's time for a change. Now we need to get Shana.
So, but I'm curious as to why these folks. So, 4 of the members. So Annie Woodward, she had signatures outside of her district. She used to be falling asleep in the meetings, though. Like, I ain't gonna get to start it. Shit, I respect that woman. I respect somebody's, mama and grandmama and auntie and all that. But, there probably could be some good things happening with some new people on the school board.
Some fresh blood. Your respect.
Some young blood. Why don't you guys try to get on that board?
Well, okay. So let me finish. Let me just finish. No, I would have
not fuck them kids, fuck them adults.
I would have to say
like mostly them. That's what it is.
Well, so the thing about it is, I would have to say fuck them kids to be on. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It might take me out of the classroom if I did something like that, but I don't know. But there are 4 candidates in each district. So District 4, 5, 6, and 7 are up, right? District 4 has 4 candidates. District 5 has 4 candidates. 6 and 7 are uncontested. So the people running don't even have anybody running against them. Those are like South Side districts for the school board. But District 4 and 5 have 4 candidates. You should all do your research, but we got Aisha Carr, Cheryl Hayes. Here's another name we can't pronounce. Victor Nwagbarakoh.
Is it an African name?
Yeah,
I think so. Nwagbarakoh.
I have an African.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so
Top
sorry.
right.
What is it? Top right. Victor Nwagbarakoh.
That was good.
Why you lying to this man?
Thank you.
Why you lying?
Thank you.
Okay.
We're sorry, Victor.
So Victor was. We're gonna call him Victor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is your first name Victor and your last name is Nwagbarakoh?
It's not Nag. It's Nwag. Nwagbarak.
Well,
okay. Swag with a
Ocha.
N. So it's
Nwagbara Ocha.
Okay.
I think that's how you say it. Nwagbara Ocha.
well, it's like one of my best friends is Nigerian. Ogo. And it's not his full name what we use.
The names
also,
are really...
his name is probably not Victor. It's probably like something else.
No, I bet.
Well, you should have changed my damn last name. Don't give me no Victor and then my last name is
No, because your last name is beautiful. Fuck what everybody
It
else
is.
saying.
Yes.
It is.
Last
But
name probably means God. Something.
Yeah,
It
something.
probably
Yeah,
does.
yeah. I'm sure.
Sorry.
Or the
Let me look it up.
Isn't it like the tribe? The tribe they belong to is the middle name or something like that. Well, anyway, okay. So he's a
First generation American.
Yeah. So he. Yes.
Come
Okay.
on.
Look,
So
you ain't African.
interesting. Okay, so he said because he's first generation
I know.
American.
I don't know what your
Wale,
21 DNA
Gregory.
is.
His name ain't no goddamn Gregory.
No,
Yeah.
it's something else. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, he's a former MPS and racing administrator, and so then they talk about the stances that they take on like school choice, and and I wanted to focus on whether or not they wanted schools to reopen. So he would like to reopen before the end of the school year.
I hope they do though. I really was against it, but now I'm so for
Good.
it.
Dana Kelly, she's endorsed by the MTEA. She's a community organizer for an organization called Northside Rising. Interestingly enough, she belongs to the Milwaukee chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America.
Child, Walker look like a gangster, huh?
Yeah, he do. He look like he don't play.
Vote his ass in. He gonna take care of shit. School District 4.
Dana Kelly says the school should reopen this year. Okay. Cheryl Hayes is a retired MPS educator. She believes that there should be no opening until all vaccines are available. And Aisha Carr is the director of Milwaukee Succeeds Opportunity Youth Program, previous MPS educator. She ran against Annie Woodward in 2017. And we know her. Darnell and I know who she is. Yep. So those are the District 4 candidates. Now, District 5, they add a little bit more weight. These folks are spending a lot of money. They're raising a lot of money in the District 5.
What is
seat.
District 5? Like Alex Brewer, Abby Fisher.
Abby Fishman.
Abby Fishman. Abby
What
Fishman.
is it, AP or College Board?
Yep, she just retired from MPS. I think she was an English teacher. She believes that it's too early to tell if schools should reopen, but she thinks that all teachers should be able to get a vaccine.
She ain't been teaching for years.
I do know Priscilla
I
Cox Jones. I know her personally. She's a wonderful person.
Who is that?
Priscilla Cox Jones.
Oh, she must be
Milwaukee
new
County
because I
District
don't
10.
have her on my. Let me see.
Yep, she's on here for District 10. District 10. So make sure we vote her in.
That's her mama's district.
That's her mama's district, and I know her.
You don't know about
okay.
Kim Cox, and she actually is like involved in her community.
That's a different race.
See her.
Okay, that's a different race. That's the county supervisor.
Well,
I didn't know that was on the ballot. Sorry.
Yep,
and then
that's on the ballot.
Okay, so then
Cox Jones. Is he part of the Cox family?
Yes,
she
Cox
is,
Jones.
yeah.
Yep. They're very old.
You see, she ain't let that Cox go, even though she got that Jones.
Okay.
No, we gonna put the Cox on
That's
there.
why I have
Well,
to ask.
Cox
I know.
Jones. Wasn't there a county supervisor, Elizabeth Cox Jones? Okay.
Malele.
Yeah.
Malele Cox.
There it is.
Okay.
The Spencer.
You Spencer for sure. The whole Cox family. Yeah, all that.
They need a reality show, child.
Right.
No, they don't.
Some drama over there.
Milwaukee.
Well, hold on. Let me first say, Victor,
you over there.
Nuguago,
Me and
I
you
don't
on
want
the
no
same
drama.
page. Me and you on the same page. Oh, he funny. Yes.
Yeah.
I like him.
Victor Nuguago, let me just say, Victor, I don't want no drama because I just looked at your picture and you look like a henchman. I don't want no drama.
Oh, boy.
Vote Victor Nuguago.
My IPA?
Let's go.
Okay.
So Darnell, I'm
all
sorry.
right,
Were you
wait.
still
Okay,
downloading?
almost finished. Almost done. All right, I promise. So then, so I said Abby Fishman, Alex Brower. He's also a member of the Milwaukee chapter of the Democratic Socialist.
Former substitute
He's
teacher.
former sub. He's raised the most money out of all these.
Not mad.
Out of all these folks, he's raised $17,900. Jilly Gokul Gandhi. Okay, this woman's raised the second amount. She was born in Mumbai. She's a former community schools coordinator, but right now she's in the private sector. So she works for Rockwell Automation. No, she works for American Family Insurance, but she used to work for Rockwell Automation. Okay, she thinks that reopening should wait until all staff is vaccinated. And then this woman, Kari Phelps Okaro, she is the board of MATC, former MPS reading teacher. She thinks that the district should pursue phased hybrid reopening on a voluntary basis for families. And she has no reported fundraising. Okay, so those are the two the districts that have several candidates running for the seats for school board. Okay, so I just want to say also on the ballot is District Branch 5, Judge Val Hill. Have y'all ever had to go in front of Val Hill for any reason, for a ticket or anything?
No.
That
Thank
sounds
God.
scary though.
No,
Oh,
she
shit.
kind of is.
I went in front of like a white guy for a speeding. Was a speeding ticket before?
Sometimes
a
you go
parking
in front of.
ticket.
I've had to go in front of Val Hill, and I'm telling y'all, she's serious business, and she always looked like she stepped right out of a jet photo shoot.
Oh,
Every
All
time.
right.
Okay.
She black?
Beat, gorgeous black woman. Yes.
All right.
Yes,
I mean, if
y'all.
she black, she got to be black if she's
Yes.
coming out of jet. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Fuck
The
the
context.
bullshit.
Thank you for reading the context clues.
Me and you went to the
I
fashion
read it.
show
I was
at
like, she
the art
black?
museum.
And if you would like more information, call 608-285-2141.
That's exactly what you should do if you want to know
Yes.
more. I think you can't go into these polls not understanding who you're voting for or who you want to. I'm undecided, so I have a lot of research to do, but it's very important to vote in odd years. That's what I want to download. You know, during midterms, you know, some people feel like we don't need to be voting in these, but these are the most important elections. The
Because
ones
these
that
actually
are local.
matter to y'all kids.
It matters to us, even if
Yes.
you don't have kids in
and
the
our
school
teachers
district.
here.
Yes,
City.milwaukee.gov/election.
Thank
yes,
City.milwaukee.gov/election.
yes.
For online.
Just the knowledge of all that.
Yes.
And not expecting education to just be a one-tier thing because it's top down.
Mhm.
There's a lot happening that we definitely aren't privy to, some of us.
Let's get to your download, Darnell. Hey. You better know what you got to talk about. What you got to talk about today, Darnell? What you download? What you getting off your chest? Tell us.
You can
All
talk about how you don't want to download about how I didn't prepare you properly for this.
I mean, first of
It's
all,
okay.
that's going to start the download off. Yeah, since you just did that because I was in the car pissed. Just like, oh, y'all have to.
You're an educator. You think on your feet.
Yes.
Oh, you are so funny when you don't have a lesson plan or an idea for it. Okay, yeah, you definitely think on your feet.
You definitely do
with a plan. But no, let's talk about this because I am a fan of the arts, whether it be music, movies, Broadway theater, whatever.
Me too.
Paintings on the wall. That's why I'm looking at the awesomeness that's on this wall.
Yes.
I always got to bring it up around award season because I stopped watching award shows a while ago.
Yeah,
a while ago.
Shit.
Yeah, stop watching that shit. Like, okay, what would you say you stopped watching? What year? Or what one album
what
of the year?
Era?
What one album of the year?
I think the last event show that was memorable for me was the time Kanye got on stage and made an ass of himself with
the VMAs.
The VMAs. That was like the last era of the awards that really was like important to me.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was like I'm not gonna watch this buffoonery because like the BET Awards, MTV Awards, AMAs, they have all been bullshit. But this year they were actually good because nobody was there.
Right.
So it's like get these people on and off, move around.
With the BET show, I got to fucking really understand who a man named Moses is as an artist. Have you ever heard of him?
I think I probably
black, silky, fine ass motherfucker who has a voice like
Moses
Bilal.
Sumney. Moses Sumney,
Okay.
right?
Is that his full name?
I think his last name is
like a high top man.
And he does these things with his voice, like very
Talented.
high pitched and
Talented.
I can see you with a type like that too, Darnell.
See,
like an artsy type.
Like I'm just out here. I like what I like, and if it comes my way, it comes my way.
His name is Moses Sumney.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see the picture again. What is?
Very beautiful voice.
Yeah. I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Say it for me.
He's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's very artsy. He's very black.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
probably Nigerian or British.
Well,
right?
no, but
I think he's British or something. They're taking over.
Yeah, they're taking over too much, but that's a whole nother download.
Hold on now.
Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Take over.
No, I do too, but even though I'm
Indian, I still like Africans.
Things have been said about Brit, Africans about African Americans in the form of also the arts. So that's a whole different download.
Okay.
So he over there nodding.
Let's not move there.
But we gonna keep it with the arts though. So I stopped watching the Grammys like full-fledgedly when Taylor Swift beat Kendrick for album of the year.
Yeah.
Which would have been I'm up here in Milwaukee. So 2015 or 14, I think, around that time. So she beat To Pimp a Butterfly with don't get me wrong, 1989, which my little pop head of me, because I like all types of things.
Me too.
1989 is that shit. It is that shit. It just ain't album of the year over To Pimp a Butterfly type shit.
No.
See, I'm not
in my ear.
I would think that she won because when you think of people who win Grammys, those are people who are, well, not even longevity, because it's like people who won Grammys who were one-hit wonders. But I'm thinking like for album of the year, it has to be something that is like somebody who is going to be like Taylor Swift has a cult behind her, cult following.
Absolutely.
Kendrick Lamar doesn't
She's got
have
a machine
cult
behind her.
Not even a machine. Just
Just
like a cult. It is, and it's a Grammys board who nominates you. But I think it was like that era for her, that Taylor Swift album, not even that I'm a Swiftie, was.
You know it.
I do.
Look at you. Let's go.
I think it was monumental for those people.
It was.
But I don't think that Kendrick Lamar, it was monumental for Black people, but I don't think Kendrick Lamar had the opportunity to cross over. And I think that's because of the machine behind him, even though he has a big machine.
Oh, the thing with
great
Kendrick is the machine is him.
But do we think he cares about
No. And then you go around and get a Pulitzer, so we really don't care.
Yeah.
So we fine. But you lost to Bruno Mars in that one. But again, that one, the whole thing is it's all about what the white people envision in their not culture, but what is acceptable to them.
Okay.
So for me, Lovecraft Country was my shit.
Mine too.
Yes. My shit.
Yum.
So
watch
it's
it?
interesting.
You know I did.
Okay.
You didn't watch Underground, but you watched Lovecraft Country. I'm curious
because Underground wasn't sci-fi. Lovecraft Country was sci-fi.
So you like a little sci-fi?
I like a little sci-fi,
okay.
and it was like
Octavia Butler. You're digging the sci-fi, I think.
But I love all the actors in
Dystopian.
Underground. I just think it was like the black dude from. You ever seen Django?
Yeah.
You remember
What
was his name?
We can't pronounce no African names, can we?
Isn't that called the Django?
Just Django. The D is silent.
Just Django. I'm so embarrassed that my mama was an educator. She had her like, "No, boy, you know that damn."
So maybe Victor's name is silent.
I don't want to speak on him no more.
See, because he didn't already apologize for it,
Sir. Victor, I don't want no problems with you. Because you look like you'll step up in somebody's house and hold on.
Just the name, not even your physical, because I don't know what you look
If you ain't seen the picture, look at the picture. Vote for Victor.
Yeah, I saw him.
Vote for Victor.
That's
all I gotta say. Vote for Victor. Because if we don't,
so
the arts, creative, award shows.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to your download.
Yeah, no. So it's like Lovecraft Country didn't get one single Golden Globe nomination for best actress, best actor, supporting. Are we not? They acted their ass off on that show.
You know what? I would say yes, but what's the girl named Journey? She kept going in and out of her southern accent, and that kept bothering me. Because I was like, "Girl, you supposed to be." You can tell it was rushed, and she's a good actress, but she just kept getting lost in her southern accent. Like certain stuff she would say, "Tig, tig, tig." Oh, it was just so annoying to me.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, and I think
that was annoying.
Tig,
it's the
Tig,
Tig. It's the time.
I'm pregnant, Tig. Oh, that shit just kept.
It's the time.
When she died, I wanted her to stay dead. I'm sorry. When that bitch fell off that building, I wanted her to stay dead. She kept getting on my nerves. Take Journey Smollett off. Her brother lied. That's probably why they didn't win none.
But her ass can act though.
She can. Her brother stepped in back.
She set the whole family up when she did Ease Bayou and Martin.
Yeah,
we good.
She
good.
She did. Journey did do good.
Right. So she's the one.
Stepped them back.
Juicy, you mean? As Dave Chappelle said it? Yeah. Juicy Smollett?
Juicy Smollett.
Juicy
Smollett.
That was so wrong.
I loved every bit of that shit.
That was so
funny.
When he did the LGBT, he said the T.
Oh my God.
A lot of people hated the car joke. A lot of people hated that shit.
However,
as a gay black man, that shit was
so
real.
Thank you. Can somebody get a clap?
Yes,
I want the clap on that.
Yes.
Because I'm the same fucking way with that.
I was not a fan. That was funny as hell to me.
Talk your shit, Dave Chappelle.
It was highly offensive, but it was funny as shit.
And the B's,
and
they don't understand that the white G's are the white G men are driving the car.
Everybody hates the T.
Everybody hates the T, but everybody does not hate the T now.
No,
we love the T.
No, we love the T.
Why they say they hate the T? You don't know what you want to do. You keep stopping the car. The funniest one was the Q. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Got the Daisy Dukes.
Dave Chappelle. All I could do was.
That's my guy.
Yeah,
I love me some Chappelle.
Yeah,
I love him. Talk your shit, Dave Chappelle.
But no, it's like.
Yeah, because it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lisa Lampanelli, she says a whole bunch of racial shit, but it's funny as hell. You can't do nothing but laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're funny, you can get away with it. Oh, I love watching those.
She a mean
I forgot about her.
She is
Lisa
a mean
Lampanelli,
roaster.
she lays it on you. She loves some black dick. That's all she talk about. Black dick, dick.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
But no, so of course the NAACP awards, full nominations for all of Lovecraft Country and whatnot. But then also you start thinking about. I watched a little bit of Miss Juneteenth. I gotta watch the rest of it.
I didn't watch that. I have not watched a black film. Shana just gave me, what was that?
Daughters of the Dust.
Daughters of the Dust. Watch it on Amazon Prime.
Okay,
I heard about that.
I've
Somebody
been hearing
just
about this.
Yep.
Is it a documentary?
Yes, it is. Coded Bias is all supposed to be very good too.
I heard it was
My
really
friend
good.
Joy told me about it. Okay.
What's it on? Prime? Amazon Prime?
Yeah,
HBO Max?
Yeah.
Big time.
Okay, Milwaukee.
I know,
Growing
right?
up in Milwaukee.
HBO Max.
Hey, we got a little movie here. Well, like every show, Darnell, we like to ask questions to our guests. We want to get into our menu questions. We do medium. What are the categories, Shana?
Regular, medium, hot, and extra spicy.
I think you told me about this.
She warned you.
Not but a while ago.
Oh, okay. I just like to say totality is one of my favorite words.
What is it?
Totality.
Totality.
The totality of the situation. I don't know. But I did. I was watching was watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is my new show. I just started from the beginning. I had to watch it all. But she went to go see a speech therapist because she is from Arkansas, and so she has a speech impediment where it's like a lazy tongue. You know how it's a lazy tongue in our people. You know how we know people with a lazy tongue. I got that a little bit. Yeah, like where they don't speak.
Not when I'm doing certain things, but I guess
But anyway, the speech pathologist said something that really touched me, and I really thought that it was good for our people to hear, because a lot of times, we hear people on the radio or we hear people on TV, and we're like, oh, they speak so ghetto or they're not proper. But when she said this, it really touched home. When she said speech does not equal intelligence.
No.
Correct.
So no matter how a person speaks, that does not mean that you cannot get some knowledge or some intelligence from them. And that was so beneficial, and so that meant a lot to me.
Oh,
so,
it's absolutely true. But
yes.
that's just, and maybe we don't talk about this enough, but the way we code switch, the way we express ourselves, the way that's appreciated, the way we're judged by how we express ourselves.
And how so many people hate the phrase code switch now. Like,
I know, like, you're supposed to code switch.
Kids, like, think about, like, well, why is that a thing? I'm like, you are absolutely fucking right. Why is that even seen as something that you need to do to fit into a societal norm?
I don't think code switching is bad, because sometimes, like, if you go into a hospital, you can't go into a hospital speaking certain ways and getting stuff done. It's just the start. You can't run into the hospital cutting up, acting real ghetto. Oh, I got popped. Oh, no. They're not just gonna know what you're speaking about.
But aren't we trying to change the way people, so the bias that is implicit in certain people in regards to skin color? We talk a lot about that. So maybe the next step is for us to say, just because you express yourself a certain way doesn't mean you're ignorant or
at all.
Yeah.
At all.
So maybe that's the next
even homeless
layer,
people even if you're homeless or without shelter does not mean that you are just low of the totem pole, because so many times people get to that point in their lives, no matter what they're going through, and you can feel like, oh, I don't know how to speak properly. I don't have this to wear. I don't have this home. I don't have that. But that does not take any of your intelligence away.
Correct.
So no matter what circumstance you are in, no matter where you are at in your life, you can be the most intelligent person ever. Because that shit materialistic things don't even matter to people that are highly intelligent, because they know it's nothing. It's material. Yeah. It's not going to last forever. Yeah. Can't take it with you.
I agree. I understand.
So let's get to our regular question.
So you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll jump in since I'm talking.
Sure.
Today.
Go right ahead.
Let me go to these questions. Would you marry someone? This is my first question. Would you marry someone who murdered their ex in the past?
That's a question to me.
Yeah, they murdered their ex 20 years ago. They did their time, 10 years for manslaughter. They murdered their ex. It was an accident.
It was a crime of passion.
It was a crime of passion.
What was the passion? Shit, because
their ex was cheating on them. Would you date someone who was a
I'm glad you said date, not marry. Yeah. Okay, let's take the next step first. Yes.
Date.
I mean, you served your time. You come out. We probably end up having to talk about things that happened in the past.
Your murder.
Okay, you're a murderer. Bad. That's your past.
You're a murderer. Bad.
I feel like until I am given reason to pause on something, that probably would not be the thing. Like things would come up. So, okay, you told me that you were serving time for that. All right. Do I see any signs of you being somebody who I don't want to be with? That's all it's about.
Oh, okay. And I was just watching Fatal Attraction, and this guy had got convicted of murder, and he had got off, and then he was dating this girl, and he ended up murdering her. So I was like, let me ask that question.
That's interesting.
Would you date a murderer? Because I'm thinking, like, if you murder somebody in your past, your ex-lover, from a passionate murder, you could murder me. I'm gonna pass on you, murderer.
I mean, and then you serving 20 years. Are they still gonna be locked up? Murderers getting out like that though? That's the bigger question.
If it's manslaughter, it depends on what you murder somebody for.
That's the bigger question.
Especially crimes of passion.
Why is a murderer on Tinder? Like, I'm just like,
Shana, would you date somebody who? Yeah, you said it probably would take a convict to tame you.
I don't know about a murderer though. I thought he was just gonna sell some crack or something.
He was selling a little dope back in the day.
Damn, you said crack too at that. Shit, okay,
right.
Bitch. Damn,
that killed the community.
Could have been weed or something.
Okay, there it goes. I guess he's a murderer, right?
Would you date a murderer?
I don't know. I don't know if I could stomach that.
Crack. I'm sorry, crack dealer.
I would too, though. I would date Nino Brown if he got out. Looking back at it,
Nino Brown probably really killed some. He
probably did, but he was just a
so
drug
you're gonna be a brother's keeper?
I would be my brother's keeper. What's your question?
Okay, so I moved some questions around, but the first thing, you talked a little bit about Lovecraft Country, but I was wondering if okay, so I don't think we mentioned that you are on these wonderful billboards across the city. Okay, there was this campaign called the City Forward Collective, and trying to
you may see him driving around the city.
You
will see him.
Where are these?
How many billboards are
I've been taken down?
Oh, have you?
Have you?
Oh,
your season's over.
No,
did you take pictures of it?
I
have pictures. I'll post pictures. Where
were they located at? Because you probably still want to.
There was one out on Brown Deer Road out there in the Meadows.
Yeah, it was.
It sure was. And then I think it's the east side too. Maybe on the south side.
There was a big one on the highway. I forget which highway is on my email. I'll give it to you later.
Yeah.
There was one on the bus stop by the zoo. North Avenue in Oakland bus stop. There was one near North Avenue in Holton on the sticky tack.
So if you seen the black man with the little drip, that was him.
Yes, that was him.
The little lavender drip.
That was him.
Oh, yeah, that was. I love those. I was so proud. Okay. So that really didn't have anything to do. Billboards had nothing to do with my question, but I'm just shouting out. But you talked about Lovecraft Country, but if you had someone who wanted you to we've been told to recommend books left and right to people about how to be less racist or whatever.
I got that.
But
one.
Is there something
for so long?
Kindred is a beautiful novel.
Such a good book.
But is there something you're watching? Because that's more realistic, is to recommend a show for somebody. Is there something that you would recommend to someone who maybe wants to experience the Black narrative experience differently than what they usually do? And why would you do that?
No, I'm joking.
Like a show that you're watching, something that
he's watching Woke on Hulu.
I mean,
I'm joking.
I would say,
I know you use film and stuff like that a lot in your teaching, so that's why I thought of that.
Do you have a TV on? You like the type don't have a TV at home. Even though I know we just talked about you watching Lovecraft
that I would
Country.
Have a TV.
We just talked about you watching Lovecraft Country.
In the game.
But you could probably watch that on your laptop.
No, I got a TV. That's one thing I can't downsize from, I think, is TV. Like when we talk about giving away possessions, I can't give away the TV.
Me neither. So what are you watching? I like to know that too, Shana. Give me some good show ideas.
All right. So here's the thing, though. I'm a weird TV watcher, and COVID's made me a very much more weirder TV watcher. So I've been going back and watching a lot of my old classics that I like, mixed in with some of the new things like Lovecraft Country that I, of course, loved last year. And of course, when Insecure was out last summer, I was all about
She's
that
gotta
shit.
have it.
First of all, I'm pissed that never got a chance to come back.
She's gotta have it.
I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
So
me and Shana talk about that often. Man. Like the visual from season 2 was just so
stunning.
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Like the art camp that
her coming into her own as well. Like, man, y'all cut that shit off.
Beautiful.
That was the best.
Yeah, I'm very angered still to this day by that. But I feel like if it's anything I've been watching and showing people and saying, hey, watch this. Remember I was allowed the chance to use the episode of, what was it, Molly, and what was her girl name who got hired?
Issa?
No, the black girl with the braids at her law firm.
Oh,
in season 1.
I don't remember her
you can
name.
call me Dada, like Rashida, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can call me Dada. I showed that when we were introducing Pygmalion / My Fair Lady, because it's the whole idea of code switching, right? So, Dada didn't think she needed to code switch. So we showed that in the class, and kids starting to get into a fucking book like My Fair Lady, which, horrible read for kids today because they don't read shit about like that.
No.
But how do you introduce that with something like Insecure? Lovecraft Country, for old people who don't want to watch a lot of things about slavery. But again, to see that the sci-fi bit came into it, I'm like, it's something different.
It is.
So watch that. And then, of course, One Night in Miami.
I did not watch that shit.
Actually good.
Was it good? I just heard it was
Regina
really
King
good
put
things
her
about it.
fucking foot.
Regina King did it.
Yeah,
I heard it was really
Oh, she
pretentious.
did
but
it.
that's why I've been trying to get your ass to watch it.
Shauna me and Shana are not watching the movie. No, I'm joking. We're boycotting them.
I want to watch it.
I would want people like, who are younger, like my students, to watch something like that, to look at how 4 black men, friends, if you will, just are able to have moments of not being
camaraderie.
No, it was building camaraderie, and the whole thing is they're not being phony in any bit of their relationship. They're coming at each other in a way that it's not seen as y'all need to throw hands. It's just they're going to come at it from a place of they almost did on the roof.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Oh, but as Sam Cooke,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So is that the same as like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? Did you watch that? Did you see that?
I have not watched that one yet.
That was really good. You saw that? That was really good.
You have to watch that.
But I think
my
movies
list.
are now, the black movies are taking not like lives of people. They're just taking one moment that was like spectacular, like One Night in Miami, like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah.
It wasn't about Ma Rainey. It was just about the song Black Bottom.
Yep. And it was an adaptation.
Then it was an
Right.
adaptation of a play that you see all the time. So
Yep,
that was to make
that's
it
right.
good. So is this an adaptation? One Night in Miami?
It is.
No. Is it?
It is. It's a key moment in all 4 men's lives.
Correct.
Okay.
And
Did
the way they ended the movie with, oh man.
know.
Okay, I need to
The
watch
conclusions.
it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to watch it.
I just finished Downton Abbey. That's the
Lord.
stuff. See, that's the kind of weird
The movie
TV
or the
I watch.
TV show?
I watched the TV show. I'm about to watch the movie, but I
Okay.
think it's kind of like parallel to the TV show.
I like the
So
TV. I stopped watching, I think, season 5.
I watched the entire thing, and I
See.
love it. And I wish I could just live there and have servants like that.
This motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I would want like a butler, under butler. I would want stuff like that. But I would be like, what the hell are you gonna do? I would never make my bed and stuff like that. Okay, so
Medium question.
my medium.
Okay.
Let me move
Go to
on.
medium.
Let's get this going and popping, guys.
Okay.
My medium question were. My medium question is: you win $1 million. What's the first thing you're going to buy?
That's $1 million.
It's $1 million.
Pay off my debt. That's the first thing.
Did you hear about them forgiving $50,000?
I will see.
Yeah,
it.
they
I will
were
believe it when I
talking
see it
about
tomorrow.
that.
I cannot
Yeah.
wait until I get that fucking cancellation letter of my student debt.
That's all I need.
So do you have to owe $50,000 for them to forgive you, or under $50,000?
I'm sure up
Actually, it
to.
doesn't matter. You
Because
just have
mine
to
is
qualify.
under
Yeah.
50.
Because I'm under 50, and if they're gonna forgive that,
I'm 11.
forgive my fucking student debt, please. That's the.
Yeah.
Can I get a president who is going to A, legalize marijuana, and 2, forgive student debt? That's all I need you to do.
I think we got
And I'll only say
He hasn't said anything about marijuana. now.
he didn't, but that's what Kamala said that she was gonna do.
So
But
we already know
she
he
gonna
ain't
do
make
it.
all
I'm
4
gonna throw
years.
some Chuck Taylors at that girl
She
window.
gonna do it, even though she put people away for it. In
Yeah.
California.
Right, that's what I'm
So
saying,
let's
like,
go
About that, though.
there.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's what she did. That's not what she's going to do.
Correct. You're
That's
right.
what she
You're
did.
right.
She has to follow what was told.
At the law at that time.
What's in the past is in the
I'm
past.
trying to understand.
What's in the
What's
past is in the past.
Don't think about what Joe Biden did in the 80s. Think about what he's going to do in 2021.
Clap.
Yeah.
Because he don't even have, Do y'all want Joe Biden to cut that hair off? That like hair off he got at the top.
At least it's his. Though.
I want
And
them
like,
to get some
Right.
pomade or something to slick. Raw Rogaine. Look, hey now, y'all give the president some hair.
Better than Trump's hair. Any day.
It's
That's
one.
all I'm
Who is
saying.
that? I don't even want to speak that person's name.
Right.
We don't say his name here
okay,
on this
sorry.
show.
Oh, wait,
Can
he-
we call him something else?
He's like
he Voldemort.
Skeletor.
So it's funny because I was watching the newscast and they literally would not say his name.
No,
Kept
Whoopi
referring to
Goldberg
him
does
as
not
Former
say it.
president.
And
Yeah.
it
Former
was like a
president. Yeah.
CNN,
Yeah.
MSNBC kind of a thing.
Yeah.
The shit he has done to the
They
shit
would
that
not
man
say
did
it.
to our country, the way he has had us divided last year during a pandemic was so
Other countries
Some are
still
bring-
laugh at us.
It was
I'm gonna bring it back. The shit he's
unforgivable.
still doing, and the shit that he has done.
Right, the cult
and
that he
shit
has
we're
built.
still divided because this motherfucking country is crazy.
I'm going to
right
speak
now.
positiveness into our country. But
Yeah.
you got $1 million. What's the first thing you're buying? Shit,
Okay,
answer my
yes.
question.
I thought he said
Yes.
that.
No, you cannot
Oh,
do
he did say
Oh,
that.
that's-
Shauna, what's yours?
No, we got what you buying.
Yeah, what you buying?
That-
Damn.
What you buying.
That ain't what you buying.
Oh, it's $1 million, right?
It's $1 million. What's the first thing you're going to buy for yourself selfishly? Think materialistically. Be selfish. Babylon.
Okay, okay, Kendrick and SZA. I need to listen to that in your car when we get in the
I got that.
Probably my house, because I mean,
You would buy a house.
I bought my house technically, but I have a loan right now, so I would probably
Pay it off.
pay it off and be done so that can be fully mine.
Okay.
I know I would fix up the house the way I wanted to fix it up in the first place.
Okay.
That would be my selfish thing to myself.
Shana, what would you do?
Yeah, waterfront property.
You would buy you a house?
Yeah, on the water, river,
I
lake,
would buy
ocean.
parking lots.
Hmm.
I would buy
People gotta park somewhere.
1,000 parking lots with my $1 million, or 1,000 apartment buildings, something that's like an investment property. I would
Parking lot.
definitely do the parking. I probably wouldn't do the parking lots now because of COVID. I probably would do like apartment buildings to give people places to
What
go.
are you buying? Tell them like some Tinder.
What you
like
gonna
some
buy?
Forests or something.
I'm
like
sure he's
that?
gonna buy his daughter
Some
something.
acres. What'd you say?
You said Tinder. I'm not buying Tinder.
Well,
Tinder
like,
is property.
No, not Tinder. The stock. I mean, like forests, like
He gonna invest in Tinder.
like young trees.
I said Tinder is like property.
Right.
You worked at mortgage. You know what damn Tinder is.
I should have said like what was I supposed to say?
What
Not
would I buy?
Tinder, but like
Lots, maybe.
no. What do you
land,
call trees? Logs.
Forest.
Ironically, with me, I would go like here in Milwaukee. I will buy most of North Avenue and fix it up.
I agree. Did y'all know like
They've been trying to do that.
down on Lisbon, like the whole block right there is mostly black owned. It's like a photo studio.
Isn't
it's
it
like
like
a car
Walnut
wash.
Way or
Yeah, it's like that is so dope over there. Like I was at the
Yeah.
studio yesterday with my friend for a photo shoot, and I went in there, and it looked like a rundown building on the outside. But when you get in that motherfucker,
yeah.
it is beautiful.
It's
Yeah,
some
it's
beautiful
beautiful.
buildings in
It's
the
a-
city.
yeah,
I
it's a
love how
great
hidden
Cream
it
City
is,
brick.
and how like
Yeah.
you just duck in there and you go in the door, and it's a whole different experience. I love that about Milwaukee.
Yeah, I would love to have the brewery over in Walnut Way.
The first thing I would do would be to buy property. I said
Mhm,
that. So
property.
Shana, what's your second question?
Okay, so since we were talking about Donald Trump, I was thinking about
Who
this
is that?
right? Or we were talking about the former president, right? We were talking about the former president.
Yes.
Um,
I love you did that.
So there was, I remember reading this article about how he's so out of touch with normal Americans.
Mhm.
And, Darnell, you talked about how you're a new homeowner and you're thinking about how much things cost right now. And I'm also thinking about GameStop. So y'all heard about GameStop. And
No, what's going on with GameStop?
okay, so
They're going out of
everyone's
business.
able to name the stock price of GameStop right now, and they never have before.
It's open
But
market.
GameStop went from I think it was like $347 per share in January. There was like this situation where they were able to get the stock price up to about $347 per share. Now today, when last I checked, it was about $63 a share. So
Are you buying some?
no, but it was interesting how people were, people who
Boyfriend,
don't-
get on it. Buy some shares.
people who have no idea about stocks, about how to invest, about any of that. All of a sudden, this GameStop thing got everybody understanding how much the cost of shares
That's
of Tesla or Facebook, or so it just created this resurgence of interest in like stocks and shares. So I was thinking about the price of things, and I want to see if you know the price of things and how much things are. So I'm going to kind of test your knowledge about this. So there are a couple of items that I want to list, and I want to know if you know the price of them.
Go ahead.
All right. So can you guess the price, either one of you, can you guess the price of a gallon of gas right now in Milwaukee?
Yes, $2.87.
$2.80?
For that premium? Or just
No,
overall?
regular.
That's regular.
Regular.
Let's see, my non having the car ass. A bike. $2.79.
Okay, so last I checked, it was $1.89 to
What?
$1.99.
Whoa, gas went down. I heard that
Yeah.
gas and oil is going down.
Okay, so
Yep.
It's
this
not
goes
even
back to that.
valuable
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay,
So damn, I should have probably went lower, but I thought, okay.
Me
Mhm.
too.
It might be
I
up
thought since
there.
the president, the gas was gonna go
This
up.
is the last time I checked. Maybe it has something to do with him. The second thing, can you guess the price of a bus ticket?
Well, in Chicago, one way is $2.25.
I think $2.50 here in Milwaukee.
So in Milwaukee, it's if you're using cash, it's $2.25. So you're right,
Whoa, I
good.
haven't
If you're using an M card, it's $2 per ride,
Oh,
or with the
Transfers.
and all
Yeah.
I
that.
rode the bus the last time in Colorado.
Okay, and
That
it
was the
wasn't that
last
much.
time. Probably think it was like $2.
Okay.
Transportation in other cities besides this one is amazing. DC.
Yeah,
I was so scared to
Yes.
ride the bus. It was a crazy man in the bus.
In DC?
No, in Colorado. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Crazy
interesting.
people. I was like,
Yeah,
so ready.
right.
I had like a panic attack on the
I
bus.
grew up on public transportation because Chicago.
I
shit
grew
was
up, but
on
I
and
haven't
popping.
I haven't rode the Milwaukee County transit system since freshman year in high school.
Well, that's I think the hop right now is like this.
I'm not gonna get tagged.
Okay. The hop, the train. We have this little light rail train in Milwaukee.
Girl, nobody take that bullshit.
It's free right now. Okay.
It should be free forever.
Wait a minute.
Right.
They still not paying? I thought they were paying.
I don't
That's
know.
a waste of space.
I could be wrong, actually.
Shana, go ahead with these questions.
Okay.
girl.
So what's the price of a gallon of milk?
Oh shit! I drink almond milk, so I don't know. Are you talking about regular milk or almond milk? Look,
I don't know.
bullshit.
Whatever
You
milk,
bullshit.
whatever milk you
I'm
drink.
just
What?
drinking
How
regular
much
milk.
is the
It's like
cost?
$2.50,
Yeah.
$2.58.
Okay. What's your guess?
Well, let's see. I buy I think it's at the liter. So my liter is
You drink coconut milk?
$1.89. I don't drink coconut milk. I actually drink regular milk still.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think you're just this so cultural bougie person, Whole Foodsy. That's what I call it.
I mean, I do go to those places, but let's be real. I don't like to
Like you like
drink
eat
soy milk
soup
by
every
myself.
day.
I put soy milk in my protein shakes.
Do you
So I
eat
do
soup
that.
every day?
So
I do love me some fucking
Soup and
soup.
salad.
I do love me some soup. I'm not
Beans
gonna
and
lie.
barley.
he
love
does
it.
love soup. It makes very delicious soups, by the way.
$2.39.
Okay, wow. Okay, so a gallon of milk ranges from about $2.50 to $4, depending on if it's plant based or cow's milk, and then you can get up to
Shizzle.
$7 for organic. If you
Child, I got one time to pay $7 for a
$7,
glass of
okay.
milk.
Which is why I just drink regular milk.
This cow must have been child. The hell, they petted that damn cow every day.
I know.
The
Well,
hell?
organic milk is expensive for no reason. Okay, what about a Starbucks' most popular drink, which is a vanilla latte? How much do you think a grande vanilla latte is?
You mean a grande? I thought it was what's the venti?
Well,
is
that's
the-
the biggest
that's the
one.
big
the
one.
biggest
I'm
one.
talking
The
about
grande?
grande. Yeah,
Grande is
469.
large.
$4.69.
$4.69.
Okay.
I thought it was like
What do you think?
I don't
7?
know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's $4.72. Look
Wow.
at you.
Mine always cost.
Okay.
Why mine always cost $7? No, I'm joking. What do I put it
You
in?
getting almond coconut
Right,
milk?
right.
Okay, what about a toll going to Chicago? How
Oh,
much
that's
is a
just-
toll?
Oh,
That-
shit.
that just went up.
$2.50.
Okay, what do you say?
I think that shit didn't it just go up to $5?
Well, I have $2.80 for the Gurney Mills toll.
Oh wow,
And then
$2.80.
Yeah,
And you gotta have coins too. You can't even have
well, no,
dollars.
you,
can't do
well, you
coins no
can't do
more.
anything anymore.
Oh, you can't do coins no
gotta
more? You gotta do credit
all
card?
iPass now.
What?
Yeah,
You can't buy. You can't do what?
no
How you get
toll- There
iPad?
are no toll people. There are no toll booth.
Oh, because
workers.
of COVID.
Yeah.
So how do you? What do you?
You have to pay online. That's it. That's
When you
only-
drive into your car, you just go online.
They
Can you
snap
pass
a
by?
photo of your license plates and they send you the
register
bill.
it? Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to have an iPass. You have to have the little electronic thing in your
Oh
car.
hell no!
That's
Yeah,
it.
no more. In Indiana,
I feel like a prisoner now.
No, they got you. They getting you.
And then
I'm gonna drive through
So,
Waukesha.
so it's $2.85. You said, and then where?
It's about 280, and then it goes to like 150 when you're getting off the highway. It's about 150, like when you take the exits.
Oh, look, I'm gonna say
Stuff like that.
$5. Add
Yeah.
that shit up total. It's
Okay.
close to $5.
All right, I think. Let's see. Okay, one more.
Okay.
How much is a flight to London one way, nonstop
Right
from
now,
from Chicago right now?
2,500.
Nope.
It's cheaper than that?
One way to London.
Oh, one way?
from Chicago.
I'm gonna go
Nonstop.
$700.
I would say like $800. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're so good. You know your
I
money.
just made the travel.
It's
huh?
6.
You just came from London?
Yeah. So 6:30.
You came from London now? Are they back open?
I was there around the holidays.
For real?
I said-
Oh, they let you in? I thought they
Hell
weren't
yeah,
letting
let me
people
in.
in.
Well, dude at the gate didn't want to let me in Ireland. Just like, why are you here to visit a friend? Like, I'm a lie.
I cannot wait to get my passport stamped.
I know.
I know, I feel-
you can't do shit over there right now, but I just
I
love
know.
being in a different.
I just want to
space.
move to London, either London or Canada, only because of Degrassi. I
Mm.
say Canada. I love Degrassi. Let me move
too.
on to my. I
Me
too.
love
Me
Degrassi.
too.
I watched
Me too.
the entire season. I just
Me too.
rewatched it. not
Jimmy
too long
Brook. We
ago.
were just talking about this
We
shit
sure
last
were.
night.
I
Jimmy
love
Brook
the
death
Degrassi.
shot.
I
I said, I remember that episode.
My question is, if your partner were to transition, would you still be with them?
That's a heavy question. Y'all trying to trip people up.
Yes,
Well, my partner right now would be a man.
of
If
course.
I had one, and they would want to transition to a woman. That would be no for me,
You would say no?
because my thing is
I've dated 2 transgender there were guys at first and now they're transgender. And in our community, you know, that's like, oh, look down upon. But I'm like, I support them. Like, they're beautiful girls.
Why is it looked down upon?
Because they were boys at first and now they're, you know, girls. So it's like, if it was a straight man dating a woman and she went to a lesbian, they would feel a certain way. So I think it's kind of like the same connotation.
Well, differently because I love the person. I fell in love with the person, but I also fell in love with the thing between his legs. So therefore, that is something that is definitely my thing.
See, I'm vice versa. See, I like to ask. So I wouldn't say I would not date a transsexual now in my 40s. In my youth, I probably wouldn't, but now I think it's more about falling in love with the person. But
it is.
But I don't like girl anatomy, so I'll be turned off a little bit.
Now, see, here's the thing. I love girl anatomy. I love looking at it. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful.
So you watch straight porn?
Absolutely do.
No.
I absolutely do.
It's so different.
Women are beautiful, but my thing is,
a lot of gay people like straight porn.
But I don't want to end up with one.
I don't.
Like, I love women, but I don't want to end up with
Maybe straight people like gay porn too.
They do.
They do, especially straight girls. Straight girls love to see guys fucking. I do not know why.
Okay.
See, I don't know. I didn't know that. Because I didn't know that part.
I don't know if it does. I think I might have seen it before, but I just didn't feel any kind of way. I was just like, okay, well, you know, because porn to me is just not really all what it.
It's too much acting in porn now.
Yeah, it's
too much.
Too
It's too much.
That's why I watch that amateur stuff.
Yeah, the amateur porn is bad.
Is that what it is? That's the category you got to choose.
Married couple.
Shana, would you, if your husband wanted to transition to a woman, would you still be with him? Or your partner to want to transition? Would you still be?
I've divorced people for a whole lot less.
Man, sit your dumb ass.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, you're okay. What's your question? What's your last question, Shana?
Okay. Okay, well, I don't know why this is spicy, but if you could sit down for drinks with any of the candidates that we talked about on the ballot or any other MPS school leadership or anybody who's in charge of education, who would it be and what would you ask them? You don't have to say their name, but you can say person that's in this department.
Fuck about saying a fuck.
Okay, good.
What was your question?
If you could talk to anybody who's either on that candidates list or who is already in leadership.
I would talk to Shandowala Hendricks Williams, and I would ask her, girl, how you pronounce your name? And how do you feel being the only black person on the ballot?
Wait, so you ain't asking Victor how you pronounce his last name?
I told you, I don't want shit to do. Listen, Mr. Victor, Mr. Victor N, I don't want no beef with you. I seen your picture, sir. I synced it. You had a whole Steve Harvey suit on, the quarter length that went past your knee. So when a man wears a suit with the suit jacket that go past his knee, you don't want to fuck with him.
That's funny.
My goodness.
You don't.
District 7's on here too. Shakia.
You don't want to fuck. Okay. I'm sorry, Darnell. What would your question be to one of these?
Because it's just like, as my mind grew older, I have felt the same way. That was very much logic. I would sit our superintendent down.
Which one?
Posley.
What district?
He's the acting superintendent of Milwaukee Public Schools.
I would sit Amy, last name sound like a cologne, down.
Oh, who is she?
It's Miyake.
Oh, the FTEA.
Her name is Miyake. I just like fucking with her name. I'm sorry. I do what Trump did with Kamala.
Okay.
Kamala. Who else would I sit down? So just people who make decisions for us in this district.
You got a lunch round table.
Man, bitch. Right. You supposed to name one. You named 17.
It have to be the thing because I'm just curious as to what their vision is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Have one. I don't think they do. I think I would want to ask, like, just tell me when it's happening so I can be gone. Like, when are y'all selling the district to a private network or whatever? Because y'all out here fighting real hard for something that y'all bumping heads. Bumping too many heads.
I think all parents all parents with children, especially if you're homeschooling your children, you need to definitely be involved in this race.
Yes.
I think it's highly important for everybody to be involved with.
Correct.
Mainly the mothers at home with their kids, because I know the damn fathers ain't there. Sorry to say it.
I mean, the issues are clear.
But there are some good fathers. Because
I'm going hard for my kids.
I know somebody, one of my friends is a really good father. He has custody of his son, and he does the most. He's actually a rapper here. His name is Vito. He is a great father, and he is a great person. He is not homophobic. He is just a real dude.
Yeah, men are starting to shift that narrative a little bit. Black men are really definitely starting to
stepping
shift that
up
narrative.
and being really good fathers.
Yeah.
I just think we need to remember that though, because there's that narrative. Like, make sure you're changing your own narrative when you speak on it, just because there are some good motherfucking dads out here.
There are. And people have some good fathers. Like my stepdaddy was the shit. He didn't come into my life till I was already, grown. Right. But my stepfather was the shit. He treated my mother. That's the relationship that I look at as an example. Like, I never seen them argue. I seen this man come in the house and put his check on the table. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, I never seen him disrespect my mother. I never seen them argue. I never seen them disagree. I always saw them talk and, have a conversation about stuff and always agree to disagree or move on from something. So that's the example that I have in my mind of a good Black man. Yes. But when I look at my friends and, some of my friends, most of my friends are girls, they don't make the best decision when it comes to men. Especially having babies by men. And ladies, please understand that having a baby by a man is not going to make him a better man.
That's a whole different download.
I know, that's a whole different subject. That's a whole. It is.
So you got the spicy.
Yeah, I got one more question. Okay. So you just had a one night stand with somebody, and you look over at their underwear, and they have streaks in them. Do you say something, or do you not say anything and just?
I would have hoped before I saw the draws on the ground, I would have known, and we would have had.
You didn't. You just had the best sex ever, but they draws have streaks in them. Are you
the
having
things that I do? I would know if a skid
night?
mark was back there though, because it would have been present in what I was doing.
I know.
So, what I will say is, I probably would have known that talk would have happened already.
Shana.
Well, so I heard that chia seeds fixes that. I don't know if that's true.
Chia seeds fix fiber. So you won't have.
You're supposed to take some chia seeds and put them in a glass and put water on top of them and drink it, and it takes all the stuff out. So maybe I would offer him some tips or something about how to eat some
ginger
chia
root's
seeds.
also good for that.
Chia seeds.
Would you wash those drawers?
That's what he wanted to get at. I knew you was going
to. Okay, so I don't know if
I would wash. I wash your drawers. You had a streak.
I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if he was having a bad day. I would like to see if it's a pattern of behavior before.
This motherfucker had a streak in his drawers. We will never have sex again because why did you shit on yourself tonight?
He didn't shit on himself. He just didn't wipe it enough.
Or you sharted. So sex shouldn't have been on your mind. You should have came to my house and said, can I jump in the shower, babe, or I'm going to use the bathroom? And I should have heard the water running, like, oh, this motherfucker's looking shower in there.
He getting ready.
And, he noticed that the streaks was in his drawers, so he washed them off. And the drawers was hanging on the shower curtain. I would prefer something like that. But if I lean over and I see your drawers have streaks in them and you just gave me the best sex of my life, I'm going to feel so disgusting.
But it's the best sex of your life.
So disgusting.
Don't you want to see if it's a repeated pattern before you just give up on the whole situation?
Or maybe the streaks made the sex good.
My mind just left.
Is that possible?
To jump back. I'm waiting for it to jump back.
That was my spice. Did you have an extra spicy, Shana?
I don't think so. No.
Well, Darnell, you survived our menu question. Yay! You survived our menu question.
What does it look like to not survive? Shit.
Most people survive.
Yeah,
we did have somebody who shied away from a question, but that was okay.
Oh,
yeah.
So you survived. Okay. We didn't ask. I didn't go too deep this time because I usually go deep.
I was like, damn, I'm gonna start sweating.
So, every show, we like to leave you with something we like to delete, or something that we like to leave here and not take with us. So Darnell is our guest. What is something that you're gonna leave here?
In this space, or
in this space, what are you deleting from your life? It doesn't have to be just something we spoke about today. It could just be something that you have on your heart.
Well, let's just say I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to continue to move with this message. I'm flowing in with 2021. Pay it forward. Just like,
you're deleting 2020. How about that?
Okay, well, you know what? 2020 brought me some good things, though.
It did, me too.
So, I mean, I think we got to remember, and that's another thing. Like, that's the whole pay it forward bit that I'm going with. Even in those dark moments, like, you got to look for a silver lining. Yeah. I know for a lot of people, they can't right now. Like, a lot of my students whom have been contracting COVID, who've lost family members from COVID, it's been real tough to have them understand that small bit. I get it. But for myself personally, because I give so much to my kids, I'm taking away from.
What grade do you teach?
High school special education.
Okay, so you have them hardcore kids.
What do you mean by hardcore?
Like the kids that people think are the special kids, like the tough kids, the rough kids, the people that have learning disabilities.
I mean, there's that, and then there's also what can we? It's a whole lot.
Yeah, my mother was a special ed teacher, so I definitely understand the whole umbrella under special ed.
Love what I do. Very
beneficial.
Anywho, but no, the paying it forward of just realizing that in those moments you have to find something positive.
I agree,
and so I'm continuing to move that energy into 2021. Something bad happens, I try to get out of that funk right away.
So you are deleting any negativity.
That's exactly what's happening
in your life, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
Shana, what are you deleting?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about, what I talked about before for, the acknowledging Black history and, thinking about some of the narratives we have to always be bombarded with about, what the Black experience is. And I think maybe I want to download delete the, in particular, the negative narratives about Black men.
All right.
And how, I don't know. We're just always muddling through.
Stop calling them niggas, first of all.
Yeah, the language we use, the acceptance of toxic masculinity.
Hate that.
The stereotypes of like how men behave, like putting Black men in a box.
Yes.
Or expecting them to act a certain way or be a certain way. And then if they're anything else that they can't be that it's not acceptable, I don't think that's okay anymore.
I agree.
We need to open up. We need to open up about, when they express themselves linguistically, that doesn't mean that they're dumb.
Speech does not equal intelligence.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. I just want to delete negative stereotypes of Black men. Yeah.
As a Black man,
you have a love thing for Nino. I can see that.
Who, me? For Nino Brown? I just think he was like the hardest thing ever to me. I think.
Absolutely.
Like, mama, brothers, keep it up. Shoot you,
motherfucker. Sit your $5 ass down.
Make change. That was the shit. Gigantor. Keisha was my girl in that movie. I love that movie. I am deleting. I know. I'm so sad when Keisha got shot. Keish. I am deleting fear. I think so many times we go through situations in life and we think fear first before we think action. I'm just deleting that fear and I'm just going towards the action. Like, how we can get, like now our fear is to like, if we get sick, oh my God, I got COVID. I'm just going to delete that fear part and you just may have a fucking sore throat.
Okay.
Just delete that fear and leaving fear in its place. And fear has no place in my life.
That's right.
So I'm just deleting fear.
Love that.
Me too.
Well, here we are.
Here we are towards the end of our show.
Yep. Tell us what's up with you for the rest of the week.
What is up with me? Valentine's Day is this weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I don't think we don't do things for Valentine's Day. We're not that kind of lovey-dovey couple because we lovey-dovey every day.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't have to do anything, but we're taking time off or relaxing. Probably just gonna watch a movie together or something like that for Valentine's Day. Nothing too mushy, nothing like that.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. I forgot about Valentine's Day.
I think your mentality should be different for Valentine's Day because people be celebrating holidays and then they be breaking up. And it just don't make sense. So it's like celebrate Valentine's Day every day. Make your person feel special every day.
Correct.
I cook for my man every day. I make him feel special every day. Valentine's Day is just somewhere for you to spend your stimulus at. Somewhere for you to spend your stimulus. So I think I am deleting pretentiousness. There we go.
Oh, I love it.
There we go.
Well, I don't have. I'm just doing my normal everyday thing.
Are you off this week?
What? No.
I'm off this weekend, so I just wanted to say that. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Really?
Yes, Monday is President's Day. So
Maybe
I'm
I should
off.
take a day.
Are you off next Monday for President's Day?
President? Please. I gotta
MPS
work.
is off. I feel like y'all should be
Really?
off.
No,
Yeah.
she's not off. She doesn't work for
Oh,
MPS.
I know that, but I feel like
I
y'all should
know.
still be off.
I'm
It's
just rubbing it on
President's
her
Day.
face.
Oh.
She doesn't work for MPS. They have to work.
Oh,
Do y'all get up for Rosh Hashanah? No.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you.
Just-
And
y'all- you probably just
and
go
my
off
school
'cause
is
it got
called Golden
Shana
My
in
Year. How about
here.
that?
But your birthday is
that?
coming up,
Right.
Shauna.
Yeah. You had to bring that up.
I
huh?
did. It's not next week. It's the week after.
Yeah, my COVID birthday.
I had a COVID birthday too. I was going to go to Mexico
Yeah,
and
well,
stay at home.
it'll be cool. Whatever. I forgot
It
about
will
that. But,
be.
I'm just up to the same old shit. Different day.
Like I want Yom Kippur off.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
we do
too.
get Yom Kippur.
See, that's that bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Our school called Golden My Year, but we can't get no goddamn holidays off.
Y'all should get Black History Month off. How about that?
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you all for joining us for episode 14 of Download and Delete. Thank you, Darnell, for
Yes,
joining us
thank
as
you
our
so
special
much.
guest. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
all. Thank you all for being here. Shout out to you and yours. Love, light, and peace. Download and delete.
Bye.
Bye. Hasta pasta.